Sue as stunning as she's ever looked. And I'm telling you, I can't get the image of that out of my head. Those smiles, I can't do it. But the party is great. It really is.
I haven't danced like that in a long time.
It was like the beginning of a magical evening. Everything was right. It was pristine, you know? Soothing. We just kept dancing, two of us. Danced for hours, round and round.
They've done the whole place. The room, I mean, when we finally got inside, in blues and gold, with these great moons, these golden crescents hanging above us.
Like smiles, like the moon smiling down.
I think we looked pretty nice together. Looked like a couple, you know?
It was fun, back like that, in the city. It's always fun, saw a lot of guys we know.
My sister was there, my little sister. There was some boy from Greeley. He's in debate, he said. Seemed nice enough. She likes him.
We ran into Sue's sister, did she mention that?
Hadn't seen her since August.
Younger sister, Maureen, with some kid.
He'd been drinking.
He was okay. Had a good band going. Reggae.
I'd never been to the plaza before. I mean, past it, shopping and whatever with my mom, but never to it. It was tremendous. So much glass, high white walls. It was like a cake. A wedding cake left on the corner there downtown. That's what it reminded me of. The whole thing though. The trip, dance, and all made me sleepy.
Sue went upstairs to our room, a room we'd rented with Karen and Tim's girlfriend, Patrice.
I've known Patrice since kindergarten.
Said they wanted to take a quick nap, just a half hour, whatever, and then we'd go get a bite. This was like maybe 1:30.
It's a king-size bed, a gold comforter on it.
So we hung out downstairs a bit, talked to some guys from home, David, Tim, and me.
We all fell asleep together on that bed.
I was a touch bored, you know, room was warm, and lots of people we didn't recognize, so I suggested a walk. Let's head over to the park. About 6, 7 guys all together. It was still nice out.
I'm not sure what time it was.
We strolled around a bit over by the Paris Theater. Some guy, younger guy, kicked over a garbage can. I mean, it happens. You get together, doing stuff, no big deal. It's just garbage. 15, 20 minutes later, we split up. A lot of the high schoolers want to get back to the bash, but us three, Tim, David, and me, no hurry. We just kind of wander around, hanging out. After a while, we shoot over into Central Park, the 59th Street entrance. Looking around, talking. It's really dark in there. Only lights coming from the buildings way off. Kind of exciting.
I thought I looked up at 2 or 2:15, but I'm not sure because I kept sleeping.
And then I saw both of them.
I was so tired.
Those guys, they were saying goodnight. Well, not exactly saying it, but kissing. 2 men, grown men, standing in this park, public park, middle of New York, and kissing like something out of a Clark Gable film. Tongues out and arms around each other like nothing else in the world matters to these two. Just finishing off the day. Big night at the symphony or some foreign film, who knows. But it's this, see you soon, and thanks so much, and hands all where they shouldn't be. I mean, come on. I know the scriptures. Know them pretty well. And this is wrong. We all kind of squeeze up against a couple of trees off in the shadows. Tim crouching on the ground, watching this out near the ramble. Oh man. Man! You know, you read about it. Or even see that film. What is it with the Superman guy? That's right. And you live with it. Don't love it. Don't condone it for the world. Still, you go on living. Live and let live. Whatever. But This, I figure, is flaunting it. I mean, as much our park as theirs, and we're in town one night, that's all, one, and we gotta witness this? Men, old enough to be our fathers. I mean, middle-aged and clutching at each other like Romeo and Juliet. They whisper something and chuckle for a second, hand on each other's bottoms, and I start to feel sick. I mean it. Nauseous, and a last peck on the cheek, and one disappears down a trail, headed for the west side. He's gone. The other glances around, taking in the night, I guess. Big smile up the moon, and he kind of casually strolls over to the men's room, 50 yards off. Concrete building with these steps down into it, whistling as he goes. He was whistling. I don't even start to think this through, but motioned for the guys to follow me.
I thought about getting out of my dress, but I couldn't move. All of us, we were sleeping so peacefully. Did you know Patrice snores? She does. A little.
As we're moving down the landing to the restaurant, I look at Tim. He's got this look. Recognize that look anywhere, and he's starting to smile.
I don't even think I dreamed that night.
Before going in, I told the guys, hold off. Wait out here for me until they got my signal. And that's the plan. Wait for me to flush him out. Make sure no one wanders by. When I get inside, it's like another world. Walls are exploding with graffiti. Place stinks. 2 bowls burned out. Some old dude curled up, asleep in the corner. And our friend's legs, I spot, patiently sitting in a stall, waiting, and not a care in this world. I slip into the booth next to his, start fumbling with my belt, this, that, and like clockwork, this guy's hand comes up under my side of the partition. His signal? Pink fingers, wiggling up at me, imploring. I notice this thin gold band on his little finger catching the light. So, I lay my open palm in his, and 2 minutes later, we're standing near the mirrors. Big pieces of stainless steel, really. Standing, sizing each other up. Small talk. Name's Chet, he says, and I don't even bat an eyelash as he moves in. His lips playing across my cheek, let his tongue run along my teeth, and a hand, a free hand, tracing down my fly. I just smile at him, smile, and even lick his chin for a single second, as his shoulders relax. Then I whistle. I let out a whistle that sends him stumbling back, blinking, and kind of waving his hands in the air as Tim and Dave appear in the doorway. He looks at them, looks, and comes back down from his fantasies long enough to touch down on Earth, a flicker in his eyes, realizing no good can come from this, and starts babbling. This guy, Chet, probably a VP, some bank on Park Avenue, and he's babbling and wetting himself like an infant. I don't remember exactly, but I think he even got down on his knees, and the pleading, begging. My first shot catches him against the cheek, just under the eye, and he slams into a sink, all snot and blood running down. With so many of us hitting him, tearing at him, it's hard to get off a clean punch, but I know I connect a few more times. I feel his head, the back of it, softening as we go, but I just find a new spot and move on. Tim kicking him long after he's blacked out. Finally, we start to relax a bit, looking at what we've done. Exhausted, spent, I mean, this man is not moving. May never move again, and We know it's time to leave. Believe this. The guy in the corner sleeps through it all. Before we go, Tim leans into it one more time, takes a little run at it, smashing his foot against the bridge of this man's nose. And I see it just give way, just pick up and move to the other side of his face. Wow! And then it's silent. Not a sound. And for the first time, we look at Dave. Tim and me. I mean, really look at it. Us together, Tim, myself, I mean, that's one thing. It's unspoken, our bond. But we don't know David. Don't really know him. What's he thinking? And then, right then, as if to answer us through revelation, he grabs up the nearest trash can, big wire mesh thing, raises it above his head, and whispers, "Fag!" I'll never forget that. Fag! That's all. And brings that can right down on the spine of this guy, who just sort of shudders a bit, expelling some air. Boom! Right on his back! As I'm leaning down, pulling the ring off his pinky. I told you I noticed it. Then, and I still can't believe this. Then Tim does the most amazing thing. This will go down, the record books, there, with the three of us over this guy's body. He starts offering up a short eulogy. I mean, I'm getting delirious. This is like, it's almost surreal.